Welcome. I got a letter that says, Amy, help. She doesn't want to have sex. She doesn't even want me to touch her anymore. What do I do? I feel stuck. If you have a partner who says they don't like the way you touch her or don't want to have sex with you, believe me, you're not alone. I understand how much it hurts. It's not like you can force your partner to have sex with you and you can't figure it out on your own. Where are you going to go for help? What are you going to ask your best friend? A therapist? A doctor? That's why you come to me. As a matter of fact, prominent sex therapists have come to me and said, what do I do if I don't like the way my partner touches me? You're not alone. I'm so glad you're here. I'm going to give you a point of view shift, a new strategy. I'm going to tell you what she means and what to do about it. I'm Amy Keller. I'm known as the best intimacy coach because I offer real solutions for men that therapy and doctors really can't address, like touch. I see too many people who aren't feeling the love or making the love for whatever reason, and it is not okay with me. So I'm here to help. Hit that subscribe, hit that notification bell. I have so much to share. Let's get into it. First of all, you. I understand how painful this is to hear, and you must feel hungry, starved, completely touch starved, and numb. Let me know in the comments if any of those jive with how you're feeling. I see your intimate relationship as an intimacy team, and intimacy is your sport. So saying that you don't want to be intimate or have sex or touch your partner, that's like joining a football team and not playing football. It's not fair. And it's not just about the sex. Sex is important, especially to you, because making love to your wife, to your partner, is how you express your love. You got a lot of love you and you to give with nowhere to put it, nowhere to receive it. You feel unlovable. And I really feel you. And there's a clue in the letter that I received saying that she doesn't like the way you touch her. So that's where we're going to go. We're going to start right there because you're not alone. I hear that from a lot of women who say, I don't like the way my partner touches me. And I hear that even from that sex therapist who said, my partner and I aren't having sex. And I said, why? And she said, because I don't like the way my partner touches me. It's not okay. What I hear from men when it comes to touch or how their partner touches them is, I don't like the way my partner touches my privates in private. And it's the same thing. What are you going to do? Say, I don't like the way you touch me, so don't touch me? You want to be touched by your partner out of the bedroom and in the bedroom. So I'm asking you this. Ask yourself, and really, I'd love to know, do you touch your partner out of the bedroom just to touch, to hold their hand, to be in contact with them? Or do you just touch your partner when you want something from them like sex? And it's okay, there's no right or wrong answer. Sometimes we touch to get something because we want something, but your touch can also be giving something. Let me explain. When it comes to the touch that people don't like, I've broken it down to three kinds of touch. So if you're doing one of these, stop it. The first one is this. I call this the Aladdin's lamp. Are you making a wish? No, so stop it. Part of the reason why is because men are senders, women are receivers. So when you're doing this, it's because your mind is wandering and you're literally washing your thoughts into her. That's why it's so uncomfortable when you do that to her. The second one is wandering hands. You're doing this where you imagine that it feels good, but to the receiver, and that's the woman, it's making our nervous systems go like this. I have a saying, don't scare the bunny. You want to calm the nervous system down. Remember, you're express yourself more physically. She wants to feel calm physically. Just like if she was coming to you and going, emotion, emotion, talk, 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 words, 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 it would make you go, ah, and feel defensive. You want a touch that can be received by her. You with me? The third touch that I see people do that isn't working is when you're just resting your hand on her like she's an inanimate object, but she's not. Are you in it or are you not? Are you touching me or are you not? Are you touching me? Make it intentional. And that's what I talk about, how to do that, to make it intentional. The way that I see your intimate relationship is a team, right? One of you expresses yourself more physically, the other expresses herself more emotionally. Now, feeling, touch is a feeling. You feel with your fingers, just like when we talk about our feelings, those are emotions, but we're not. We're talking about this feeling right here, okay? So instead of touch, I want you to really tune in to that feeling on your hands. Are you feeling me? mm-hmm. So that sound, that's a huddle. That's the sound I work with. You're with me now, so get used to it. We're going to huddle. You're two completely different people with two completely different moods, appetites, and languages. This huddle expresses your feelings. Or it also increases your sense of feeling and touch. You'll see a basketball down there. I actually tell people to touch like they're touching a basketball because you use your fingertips when you're holding a basketball. When you receive a basketball, you learn how to receive that basketball intentionally. When you send it intentionally. And because you have a basketball coach, you learn those subtle little things that help you put the spin on the ball that make your touch that much more powerful. Okay. So when you're using your hands, I want you to really bring awareness to your hands. And a great way to do that is with that huddle. You can even test it with yourself. Just doing this and pretending that I'm holding a ball. That I can feel the energy in my hands because your hands give and receive energy. All of your senses do. Sight, sound, smell, taste, and touch. I can send a message with my eyes, right? I can also receive you with my eyes. Same with your touch. So I want you to think of your hands as subtle but powerful senders and receivers. And because you're with me, in case you don't know, I've renamed sex to be pleasure. So think of your hands, bring awareness to the intention of your hands of giving pleasure. You're here to up level your skills, right? So I really want you to bring awareness to what you're touching. I have a joke, I got a million of them. You know what guys are thinking while they're touching boobs? Boobs. I can't blame you. But what I want you to do is really feel those boobs. And the way that you get to that feeling, the way that you up level is in stillness and in silence. So keep your hands still as you're holding those boobs or that basketball or that shoulder or that hand. Keep your hands still. Make a huddle sound so that you're sending energy. Start to be aware of that, okay? Everybody should have an intimacy game plan. This is how you learn these subtle things and by having a coach. So make sure that you're with me, okay? Here we go. You are an athlete. Here is your strategy. You are an athlete and you're also a team. So the first thing that I want you to do is be able to connect with yourself. Really regulate yourself and connect with yourself. Have awareness of your touch. Put a palm up here, put another palm over here, a palm on your throat, put a palm on your knee, put the other hand on your privates. I don't care where you put them, but make that huddle sound. Keep your hands still. This is about bringing awareness to your touch. And just like when you hold on to that basketball, you bring awareness to the tips of your fingers. The tips of your fingers are what give and send the most information on touch. This is how you know if something's hot or cold, right? So really just sit here for a second and can you feel you? Can you feel the temperature of you? Can you feel the little bumps, the texture of your skin or the texture of your clothes, the temperature? Feel yourself. The next level is to bring awareness to yourself and each other in touch and in connection. So be in the living room. Try this in the living room, not the bedroom, because you want to make sure that you're giving the touch that isn't just when you want sex. And also so that you can practice receiving touch, because sometimes she can be afraid to touch you because she's so aware of your hunger, and vice versa. If you're aware of her hunger, that you're afraid to make that touch because it's like, oh, you can feel that neediness. So this allows you to practice that touch so that you're not touch starved. So that if she touches you, you can receive it without, and so that you can also touch her in a way that you have love to give through your touch. That makes sense? Mm-hmm. So if you're giving the touch that feels good in the living room as a giver, and also so that you can receive it without it having to lead to sex, and then say, let's do this again in the bedroom. And again, have it not lead to sex so that she's aware that it doesn't always have to lead to sex. You're in a relationship, you're married to her, you're stuck. We're working towards it. First, we're going to start with the basics to touch. And that's okay. I teach this to a lot of people. You're not alone. Okay. I teach real intimacy, sex, tantra, and relationship skills to real men, real couples, real relationships, because you can't figure it out on your own, and you don't have to. I've done it for you. And if you're going to learn, you may as well learn from the best, and I've been named the best. I've done a TED Talk. I've written a book, The Huddle, How to Score in Sex and Love. You'll find the link in the description. I've got a program called the Intimacy Game Plan. It's a step-by-step formula where I teach you how to touch, how to initiate, how to communicate, how to be safe for each other emotionally and physically, on and off the field, in the living room, in the bedroom. This is everything I wished sex therapy would have been. I became the help I was looking for myself. You'll find a link in the description. You can join the Intimacy Game Plan. You can get the starter kit and do it on your own. You're going to know what to do by Wednesday. I want you to feel chosen, loved, and touched. So stop doing what you're doing because it's not working. Start doing this because it really does work. And I want you to feel loved. In the meantime, stay connected to yourself, each other, and me, and I'll see you soon. Okay?